Yeah, this is 777 Awakening News with our Red Pill newsletter, and I'm your host, To Ming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have part 5 of my series, No True Hope Without Christ. It's the series leading up to this very long series of the Christ in You message, and hopefully you've been tagging along. Today we are here to break down the 3 root words that's associated with the word iniquity. But first, after these sponsors. So, you see this in my hand. This is something that can possibly be a lifesaver. As you know, fundraising is rapid, and most groups feel that they can go at it with all this stress alone. But you don't have to be alone. This in my hand, and with its national sponsors, can raise thousands of dollars for you, and as it have so many times in the past. Please visit my website at ts2go.gsdsite.com for more information. I'm also giving away 10 of these once a month. They can possibly endorse 10 people of your group of $100 per card. You can raise $1,000 and not owe a dime with this high profit, easy to use fundraising scratch card. If you want more information, please go to my website at ts2go.gsdsite.com for more information. And if you want to be a part of this, to receive 10 of these cards for absolutely free of charge, raising $1,000 as easy as possible, please give me a call from the number on my website. You'll only have to fill out a simple form. It's that easy. It's no joke. My website is ts2go.gsdsite.com for more information. And now we're back to 777 Awakening News. Okay, so we're trying to make this the last part that we have to do. But first, we must dissect the word iniquity as it is translated in the Bible many times just to be sin. But we must go deeper in the word. It's just not sin, it's a deeper problem than sin. Sin has been nailed to the cross and forgiven. We're still dealing with an issue. We're not dealing with sin, we're dealing with iniquity. Most people don't want to involve this word in a church setting. It's because more likely they're fighting with it. And if they're not overcomers, out of the word iniquity, which means hidden sin, and which is your hidden sin, and literally mean unequal to God. There are three other root words that are childs to the word that it came from, that it thrived from, and they all have its different meanings and terms in a different language. So, a transgression, the law, is referred to as presumption of sin. It means to choose to intelligently disobey. So, if you are an unbeliever, you do not know what sin is. Okay, so this word transgression was always used in the tribe of Israel as people who intelligently know what they was doing while they was doing it. But still, I am talking to all people. I'm not just talking to believers, but intelligently I am talking to those that believe. So the transgression of law willfully can be deep in the heart, which is causing it to be a hidden sin. This is what this word iniquity is. It's intelligently willing to disobey God. A transgression is something that is hidden itself, called iniquity. It's not just against God, but it's commonality of the law. So you see, on a test or cheat on your spouse, you're committing transgression, as the Ten Commandments did not say thou shalt not cheat on a test. It didn't even say thou shalt not cheat on your spouse, but it said thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's spouse, which is the hidden sin and intelligently willing to perform and knowing God's law not to cheat on your own spouse. It said thou shalt not covet. So you're committing transgression based off of commonality. Here we go again with the mic. Works sometimes, it don't work. But I'm trying to get it loud enough for people to understand. So you are committing a commonality of the transgression and bringing injury to others. We got too much of this going on in the Christian faith where people seem to think that they're still doing right because they didn't disobey exactly what they heard. If thou shalt not covet, it also means thou shalt not injure the people around you. It's the commonality of the law, injuring others, so that easily it's not forgiven by others. It's a sin against God. So a transgression can be a failure to do your duties as a wife or a husband or a father or a mother. It's still a sin. That is a transgression against God. So really, what causes you not to do your duties as a wife or husband or father or mother begins with disobeying God's law from the beginning. Thou shalt not covet. You're coveting something which means it's hidden in your heart. You know about it and God know about it. And you intelligently and willfully do it regardless. Unbelievers, you don't know what you're doing, but you're not excused neither. You must accept Christ in the gospel and those that Jesus sent to you and not reject them. So there is no true hope without Jesus. No matter how you feel in your flesh, you feel hopeful, you feel faithfulness, you feel all those things. Your heart is deceiving above all things. It's Jeremiah 17:9. Read it. So, our journey to find the truth is for my truth seekers. People who want to know the total truth and not reject the truth and not reject those who God sent with the truth. God's word continues by examining 3 more words that highlights the guilt associated with this word iniquity. The first word is the Hebrew word awa. The second one is adama, and the third one is aki. That also hidden himself in the heart. So you see, my brothers and sisters, the heart will deceive you to thinking that you are just a once a week Christian, and that everything the other 6 days, it's okay if you don't have a relationship with Jesus on those days. Okay? As long as one more day you listen to the sermon, it still doesn't cover it. Okay, so that's when you get into being a once a week Christian, you start to make going to church a sin, because it's the commonality of why you go. You begin to transgression the law in your heart from the beginning. Is the problem. It's the disobedience of the one